Cool. All right, sweet. So EU, not really going to spend much time going on EU as we're just in a really, really awkward spot. Obviously, as we know, our external 4 hours bullish, our 1 hour and our 1 hour, sorry, is bearish. We've done a deep retracement in our bullish range, but we're fucking mid-range of the bearish range here. And price is now obviously about mid-range of the 15-minute bullish range from news last night. So we're so mid-range and we're not mitigating anything up here. So it makes it quite tricky to sort of actually pick a bias on it. More or less all I'm looking for is we do have our extreme point up here. I'll see what it does if it gets there, or we've got a point down here, which I think is like a 30-minute point from memory. 15 to 15. You can use that 30, that's fine. But yeah, that's really all I got for EU. There's no point paying too much time or attention to it right now. We just need it to do something. I'll just set some alerts. Just need to get a bit of structure. AU is a little bit better. So AU, obviously we're bullish with respect to the low of our hourly bullish range, broken out extreme of our 15 minutes. So we've got our hourly, our 15 and our 4 hour all lining up bullish right now. We have mitigated a 30-minute point or an hourly point, I think it is, up the top up there, which did actually lead to a very small but internal 15-minute bearish break after doing that mitigation and this big breaker structure here. So we've got the break, which has given us a new bullish range. We've got the mitigation and then into an internal break. So looking for sells out of the top point here does make a lot of sense structurally if it gets there. But with the way that we're moving right now, I just don't see us getting up to this point to be able to then sell down before we get to somewhere down around here where we can look to buy from. Obviously, we're mid-range, so London session is going to be a little bit iffy, but in terms of like a play for New York, if we do start to work our way back up, happy to sell from there. Or if we work our way down, got this 15-minute point here into this mitigation. So we can get a medium inducement into a mitigation and then obviously look to buy. I've got a 30-minute point down the bottom here as well, which is the extreme of our 15-minute bullish range. So of course we can look to buy there as well. So do have some good potential, just a bit of a waiting game at the moment. But yeah, it is looking pretty clean in terms of our options and what we've got to work with. Sup, bro? But yeah, that's pretty well the play for it for now. I'm not going to be looking to do any selling after like inducement of Asia high from anywhere in here. Really, I'm just looking here or I'm looking somewhere down in amongst that whole area. But that's the gist of it.
Beautiful. Awesome. So, obviously we know the news took that. I'm still living through this trade that went 1 to 40, but that is fine. Moving on. We're a mid-range of a mid-range right now. And I don't like what G has done up here. It didn't take any liquidity. So I wouldn't be surprised if price decided to move up a little bit. I do see us as bullish. Like I don't see us, the likelihood of just retracing and taking all this liquidity out does seem very, very slim. So I will keep a bullish bias, at least going into today's session. So this point here doesn't hold a lot of value in price. It is the last point that actually broke this high, but for us doesn't do a lot. So you may find that price just reacts out of here and just slowly moves basically for the next 4 or 5 hours. So I'll keep you updated if I look for a buy out of there. It just depends on what happens on London Open, which you'll see in the breakdowns that I've got coming now with these continuations. So there's that there. Ideally, we've got all of this liquidity here where nothing was actually taken. So realistically, I don't want to buy in between anywhere in here. This liquidity here just seems like a huge liquidity pool. If anything, I just want price to push down, induce this low, look to buy out of here, or even better yet, we've broken structure to the upside. We're working in this huge bullish leg here. We could come all the way down to our extreme and buy up from there, which would just go perfect with our cycles that play out. So that's actually the A+ entry that I think is most probable if we can get down there. If not, I am looking here. Basically, from here up, you're at a risk of buying just because there's no structure. There's no inducements to be had. and liquidity is kind of just sitting on the table basically in this entire area. So what we might find if price just starts to create that structure, maybe do an internal 15-minute break inside our internal range. I don't like this point. The reason I've got it marked out is to show that I don't like it. Simple reason being is the amount of liquidity above. So if anything, I want price to tap into this point, just move its way up, may not even catch a trade, and then come New York, maybe even take out this higher or give us some confirmations in this supply area here with this little internal break, very, very small, but take some of that liquidity and then look to sell short term down into this range because we do know buyers are a high probability. Unfortunately, buying anywhere above here just comes with added risk because it's not inducing anything. So if we can at least get price push up, break this structure, create some new structure, then we can work in this new leg and disregard all of this. But for now, being in this leg here with no pullback and take of price to continue, we can expect a pullback. We just can't trade like it's going to happen. We still need those confirmations to come. So I would say either we're just going to keep stepping down slowly for the session, or what we'll do is just maybe be able to catch a short-term buy to a sell. But they're the options for today. But I definitely wouldn't be too aggressive in entries. We all know that the moment there's news coming out, the next day is always slow, and price is always correcting itself. So you don't want to be too ahead of yourself and catch some losses in here when you can just wait for price to be in a bit more of a premium area to trade. So that more than likely be sitting in our hands today. Any questions at all to do with any of that?
Easy as.
Sweet.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, yeah, we'll let you guys know when we're going live and we shall take it from there. But yeah, like Brad said, not really looking to do too much today. It'd probably be more than likely New York if that news that we've got, yeah, half an hour into New York Open doesn't rattle the market too much. So we shall see how we go.
Beautiful.
Cool. All right, guys. Speak to you all soon.
Oh, catch us.